Learning and mastering how to build, work with, handle, and manage tables and databases can be a very useful and powerful skill and tool for any programmer, developer, and also non-programmers. Can be very useful for anyone. And by the end of this course, you will be able to manage, work with, access, and manipulate tables from databases and also the whole databases with the SQL language easily and in no time. You will learn the SQL programming step by step from the ground up. You will master the structure query language, and this language is one of the most important skills and tools that any programmer, developer, engineer, or even an expert must possess who wants to succeed in his practical life. The SQL language really facilitates a lot in accessing, managing, and manipulating tables, data, and databases simply. And this immersive training is so powerful, unique, direct to the point, effective, interactive, and will save your precious and valuable time. You will learn the SQL language so quickly. And in this course you will learn and master each concept theoretically, and after learning and understanding the essential concepts for the SQL programming, you will apply these concepts practically. So if you want to advance your development career, this course actually is for you. This course will help you a lot to master the SQL database programming. And also, if you want to master the SQL programming quickly and in no time, this course also for you. In this immersive training, you will learn everything you need to program with the structure query language the right way, and you will become a SQL programming rockstar. Hi, my name is Ahmed Ibrahim. I am a software engineer. And if you need any help or any questions during this course, please ask me and I'll answer you as soon as possible. I am here always to help you. By the end of this course, you will learn the most essential and powerful tools for working with SQL structure query language without any complication and problems, and also you will master the working environment that we are gonna use in this course to program with the SQL language. And also you will learn the SQL basics. I will show you how to ask for data from tables in a database, also selecting, modifying, inserting, updating, and deleting data from tables in any existing database you created. After that, I will show you how to work with different data types and operations such as logical operations, mathematical operations, also the in and between operations in SQL programming, all that and more. The next concept is sorting and limiting tables. I will show you how to sort data in a table and showing the sorted data in the output as a new result set. After that, we will discuss the most powerful SQL functions for aggregation and many operations also. And also you will learn how to build a database from the ground up step by step, and also how to build tables or importing tables if you wish easily, and handling all of them inside the database we will create. Also, I will show you how to set rules for tables in a database using constraints. The next one is managing and joining multiple tables or many tables at the same time. I will show you how to combine data from these tables we will create. We will work with conditions and inserting the true values based on these conditions in a column, in a new result set, or in a new table easily. The next one is handling the result set or the new table headers. We are gonna use a powerful statement for handling these headers the correct way. After all of that, you will take a useful exercise to apply the previous concepts, all the concepts in this immersive training, to clarify each concept and to put all the concepts you learned together in this course. I will show you the exercise step by step and also the solution for this exercise. And also during this course, don't hesitate to ask me questions if you need any help. If you have any questions during this course, please ask me and I'll answer you as soon as possible. You will learn and practice the essential concepts of the SQL programming to become a professional database engineer effectively and quickly without wasting your precious time. So what are you waiting for? Enroll now to go through this immersive and powerful training of the most popular database programming language on the market, SQL. There is no programming requirements or technical requirements to take this course. All what you need to take this course is internet access to download the database manager and the working environment that we are gonna use in this course easily. You need to download the working environment to execute the SQL commands easily and to follow this course without any problems. Who is this course for? This course is for SQL database programming beginners. Also for developers and programmers from any language, like Python developers. This course is for Python developers, for JavaScript developers, for Java developers, for C# developers. This course is so helpful and important for any developer and programmer. Also for non-programmers who want to understand how to work with databases the correct way and easily in no time. And also this course is for all the software engineers. This course is so important for anyone who wants to become a professional database programmer or engineer in the future using the right and correct way. And also SQL is a very important and powerful tool for data engineers and also data scientists. If you are a data analyst, data engineer, data scientist, or a machine learning engineer, this course is for you. This course is so useful for you. Thank you so much for watching. Hi everyone. Let's take a simple introduction about the SQL language. The abbreviation SQL stands for Structured Query Language. And this language is used to access and manipulate databases easily. You can execute queries against a database, you can retrieve data from a database, you can insert, update, delete, create data in a database using the SQL language. In SQL, we store all the data inside tables in databases simply, and I will show you all of that in this course. You can create tables, insert data in tables, and also you can modify all the tables in databases after creating all of them. And SQL also allows dropping or deleting tables. You will learn and understand all of that theoretically and practically in this course. And to work with databases in SQL, you need relational database management system or program like Microsoft Access, SQL Server, MySQL, and many more. Also, if you want to work with the SQL language quickly, you can use free open source and easy database managers like DB Browser for SQLite, SQLite Studio, and also Beekeeper Studio. And in this course, we will use the DB Browser for SQLite to execute the SQL commands simply without any complication. Thank you so much for watching. See you again next lesson. Hello and welcome to this lesson. In this lesson, we will be discussing the installation tool we need in this course. We are gonna discuss our working environment or our database manager we will use to execute the SQL command easily in this course. Our working environment in this course is the DB browser for SQLite. This is the database manager we will use to execute the SQL commands and to write programs using the SQL language easily. The DB browser for SQLite is a high quality visual open source tool to create, design and edit database files and tables compatible with SQLite. By using this database manager, you can create SQL programs, also modify these programs, and you can edit, modify, delete tables and many more from databases. Also, you can create databases from the ground up, and you can remove these databases from the DB browser for SQLite simply. And in this course, I will show you all of these concepts. This tool and this program is very helpful for end users and also for all the developers and the programmers wanting to create databases, searching and editing data from tables in databases easily without any complication. The DB browser for SQLite is familiar spreadsheet-like interface, and the interface for this program is so easy and so simple. And the simplicity of the DB browser interface enhances the process of working with databases and managing databases quickly. Although the DB browser for SQLite is so easy to execute SQL commands and the programs, it's so powerful also. It's so powerful and helpful for executing the complicated SQL programs. Also, you will get all the details and the information you need about the program's execution. And as we said beforehand, this program is so simple, and also it's free open source. You can download and install it free, and you can use it also completely free. You can use the DB browser for SQLite to execute the SQL language commands and the programs for free. For completely free without any money. So to follow this course without any problems, you can download this program called DB browser for SQLite or this database manager from this page here for any operating system you are using. It's a cross-platform program or database manager. You can go to this official page for downloading the SQLite browser by using this URL sqlitebrowser.org/dl, and you can download it for any operating system you are using for Windows, Mac OS or Linux or any operating system you use. And after downloading the installation file or the install launcher for this program for the DB browser for SQLite, try to install it by default. It's very easy process. And if you face any problem during the installation process for the DB browser for SQLite, please ask me and I'll answer you as soon as possible. And after downloading and installing the DB browser for SQLite, this database manager, you will see this interface here. Try to open the DB browser for SQLite after installing it, and you will see this screen here. And from the file menu, you can create a new database, open database, import database or import tables, export the data or the database, and many more. And you will learn everything about this program in this course. Don't worry. Now let me show you how to open our exercise files in this course by opening the database files. From the open database option here, open it, and you can see these are our working files in this course. We have 3 databases we are gonna use in this course: seller, orders, and customers. You can select any database from them and hit open. Let's select the seller database. Select seller and hit open after that. And once you open this database or any database, you will see in the database structure tab, you will see all the tables inside this database simply. And after opening this database, you can see we have three tables in this database called seller. We have the orders table, the seller table, and the users table. And in this course, I will show you how to manage and work with these tables easily without any problems. And you can go to the Execute SQL tab to execute the SQL commands or to type SQL programs here. Inside the Execute SQL tab, you can type the SQL programs easily to execute it for selecting, inserting, deleting, creating data or tables easily. You can access and manipulate everything in SQL using this tab, Execute SQL. And I will show you also all of that in this course. Thank you so much for watching. See you again next lesson. What is the SQL syntax? In this lesson we are going to be talking about the SQL statements, semicolons, and also comments in SQL. Let's get started. A statement in general is a snippet of code to do something, and there are four types of statements in SQL programming. The first one for data manipulation language, like the select statement, insert statement, update statement, and the delete statement. The second type is data definition language, like create, to create tables, alter, and drop for deleting or dropping tables or anything in the SQL programming. The third type of statement is data control language, like grant statement and revoke. The last one, or the fourth type of statements in the SQL, is called transaction control language, like the begin statement, trend statement, commit statement, and the rollback statement. These are the four types of statements in SQL. Now let's talk about the next concept. Our next concept in this lesson is the semicolon in the SQL programming. Why we use semicolon in general in SQL? We use a semicolon in general in SQL to separate each statement in SQL in database systems that allow more than one SQL statement to be executed in the same call to the server. To separate statements or to mark the end of a statement in SQL, we use semicolon at the end of the statement. That's it, simply. And this is a standard way to separate SQL statements in the source code. Our next concept is comments. Comments are used to explain sections, explain any concept inside the source code, and comments are not for the program execution, it's for the human readability only, to make your code more readable. And also you can use it to prevent execution of SQL statements. And there are two types of comments in SQL programming: single line comment and multiple line comment. And you can see the syntax of a single line comment in SQL. Just start the line with the double hash symbol followed by the content of a comment. And if you try to put multiple line comment for many lines, you can start with \**, then put multiple line comment in many lines if you wish, and the end symbol at the end of this comment, asterisk, \** again. As you can see, these are the two types of comments in SQL without any problem. And note that comments will be ignored by the program. The program will not execute any comment from the source code. It's for human readability only, or to prevent the execution, or to put a description or a hint inside the source code to describe your program, or to make your code more understandable for everyone who reads your code. Thanks a lot for watching. See you again next lesson. The select statement in SQL. Hi everyone, welcome to this lesson. You can select data or information from a database or a table by using the select statement followed by the data you want to select. And the output from using or selecting data by using the select statement is inside a table. You will see the output stored in a result set or a table after running the source code file or running the program. And also you can select a single column or mini column using the select statement simply. Just type the select statement followed by the name of the column, or if you want to select many columns, separate between them using comma. Let me show you the syntax of that. You can see this is the syntax of using the select statement. The select statement comes first followed by the name of the column, or you can set many columns like column 1, then comma, then column 2, then comma. You can insert column 3, column 4 from the table you selected and type the table name after the from keyword on the same line or on the next line to make your code more readable, and put semicolon at the end of the statement. Just the select statement followed by the name of the column, and this is our data we want to select, and the output from using this operation will be inside a table, inside another table, or this is called a result set. The output will be stored in a result set. That's it about using the select statement, and I'll show you that practically without any complication. Thank you so much for watching. Hi everyone, welcome to this lesson. This is a practical lesson about using the select statement in SQL in action. Let me show you that. We have a table called seller. We want to select information or data from the seller table using the select statement. Let me show you that in action. Simply inside the execute SQL tab inside our editor, you can use the select statement followed by asterisk, the asterisk character or symbol followed by the from keyword and the name of our table to select all the data or all the information from inside the seller table, and put semicolon at the end of the statement to separate the statement and to make your code readable. Also, this is the clean code. The select statement to select all the data or all the information from a table by using the asterisk symbol like this, and if you hit run or hit F5, this is the shortcut F5. By clicking F5 from the keyboard, you will see the output on the screen. Let's hit F5 to show the output, or you can use the run button from the top side. By running this program or this statement from the run button, as you can see, you will get all the table or the data from the seller table, and you can see the output in a result set inside a table. As you can see, number column, the name column, the code column, and the last one, the country column. All the columns from inside the seller table we selected, so you can use the asterisk symbol to select all the data from a database or a table from a database you created. And also you can see the details for the execution after this table, and also on the right side you can see logs. Select asterisk from seller result 14 rows returned in 58 milliseconds. And you can select only a single column or multiple or many columns from this table called seller by using the column name after the select statement followed by the from keyword followed by the name of the table, exactly as we said beforehand in the theoretical lesson. Now let me show you that in action. Let's select a column from inside this table called seller. As you can see, by using select name from seller, we want to select the name column from inside the seller table. This is our way to select a column from the seller table simply. You can select number, you can select any column from that table or any table you created using the same way, or you can use multiple columns but separate between them using comma. And you can see the output in this case is only the name column, not the whole seller table, only our column called name we selected using the select statement. It's a very useful statement, it's very powerful. Let's select the country column from the seller table also in addition to the name column, and put it in this syntax, in this shape, to make your code more readable, understandable. And once you run the program, you will get the name and the country columns only from the seller table. And you can select many columns. If your table has 10 columns, you can select the 10 columns using the same way but separate between them using commas, exactly as in this method or this way here to select the name and the country columns from the seller table. Now let's run the program again to show the output, and you will see country is added. And the output as shown is inside a result set or inside a table, a new table that has only 2 columns. We selected name and country with all the records or rows. That's it. 14 rows returned in 15 milliseconds. At line 1, select name and country from the seller table. And also you can see the previous history on the right side, or the logs for the user. First of all, we used the select statement to select all the data or all the table called seller using the asterisk symbol, and after that the select statement followed by the name column to select only the name column from the seller table. And the last one, our last operation, select name country, we separated between them using comma, and the from keyword after that followed by the name of the table. And don't forget to insert a semicolon at the end to mark the end of the statement simply. Try to do this by yourself to select all the data from a table you created, and also select specific columns from the table you created using these statements simply. Thank you so much for watching. See you again next lesson. Select distinct statement. Hi everyone, welcome to this lesson about the select distinct statement in SQL. In SQL, there is a statement called select distinct and is used to return only different values or distinct values from a dataset you selected. And the syntax for this statement, as you can see, at the beginning the select distinct statement followed by the columns. You can insert a single column name or many columns but separate between them using comma, like column 1, column 2, comma between them. You can insert column 3 and many more if you wish. And don't forget the from keyword or the from statement to select these columns or these data from a table you created or any existing table simply. The from keyword followed by the table name and semicolon to separate this statement or to mark the end of this statement simply. That's it. So easy. Let me show you that in action in the next lesson. Hi everyone, welcome to this lesson about using the select distinct statement to select different values from a table or from the dataset you created. Let's see this in action. Let's use the select distinct statement instead of using the select statement only. In this example here, we inserted the select distinct statement instead of using the select statement only, and you can see select distinct followed by the asterisk symbol to select all the data or all the information from the seller table. the from keyword after this symbol, followed by the name of our table inside our database, our current database, and semicolon to mark the end of this statement simply. And you can see the output inside the data set and the details after this output. After the 4 columns, all the data from the seller table: number, name, code, and country, and the details after that. Execution finished without errors. The result for 14 rows returned in 22 milliseconds. At line 1, select distinct and our statement here, followed by the asterisk symbol, followed by the from keyword and the name of our table seller, and the logs for this operation here on the right side. As you can see, select distinct, asterisk from seller. Also, you can select columns if you wish, not only the whole data from inside the seller table, but you can select a single column or multiple columns if you wish. Let's select the name column only from the seller table to show the different values for the name column. Replace the asterisk symbol with the name column, as you can see, and hit run, and you will see the different values or the distinct values from the seller table from only the name column. That's it, simply. Let's change name to country to select the distinct values from the country column. Just let's replace name with country and run this file again, and you will see the different values for country. As you can see, simply 10 rows in this case returned in 19 milliseconds. These are the different values in the country column from the seller table. Also, you can select and show the count of distinct values in country using the count method, and inside the braces or the round braces of the count method, insert distinct country, and you can run the file again to show the output, but try to put the code in this formula here: the select statement followed by count, then distinct country to select the different values inside the country from inside the country column from the seller table, the from keyword on the next line to make the code more readable, as you can see, and see a semicolon to mark the end of the statement. Let's run the file again to show the output. You will see only the count of different values from this column called country. You can see here by running this program, you will see this output: the counting or the count for distinct values in the country column is equal to 10, and the output in a result set exactly as you can see. And you can select the distinct values from the name column or any column you created using the count method exactly as you can see. Call the count method only after the select statement, and inside the round braces of this method insert a parameter, and this parameter is the distinct statement followed by the name of the column to select the distinct values or the different values for it. So easy and so simple, as you can see. Try to do this by yourself to select the distinct values for any table you created and select the columns using the same previous methods. And if you need any help, please ask me and I'll answer you as soon as possible. Thank you so much for watching. See you again next lesson. Hi everyone, welcome to this lesson about the where statement in SQL. The where statement simply is used to set a condition to filter and extract records or rows. What is the meaning of that? As we said beforehand, you can use the select statement to select columns or extract information or data from a table. And the where statement is used with the select statement to set a condition. And when this condition is true, the program will execute anything that matches this condition. And the where statement in this case is used to extract only those records that fulfill this specific condition after the where statement. And I'll show you that practically, but first let's see the syntax in this theoretical lesson. You can see the syntax of the where statement here. You can see the select statement comes first, followed by the column or many columns if you wish from the table, the from keyword. After it you can see the table name and the where statement to set a condition after that. And in this case the program will display all the records or rows that fulfill this specific condition after the where statement here, and semicolon to mark the end of the statement. And finally note that you can use the where statement only with the select statement. Let's go ahead to see all of that in action in the next lesson. Hi everyone, welcome to the practical lesson about using the where statement in SQL to set a condition after selecting columns. Let's see this in action. In this case, we are gonna select all the information or all the data from the seller table, like this example here, by using the asterisk symbol. Select asterisk followed by the from keyword followed by the name of the table, seller in our case, and the where statement on the next line as you can see. And after the where statement you can see this condition. This condition is country is equal to Germany, and semicolon to mark the end of this statement. Simply, as you can see, this is to make your code organized. In this case, it will display only the records that match this condition or that fulfill this condition, where country is equal to Germany. Let's run this program by clicking the run button or by hitting F5 to show the output, and the output will be in a result set or inside another table, a new table. After running this program you can see all the records that have Germany inside the country column because of using the where statement to set this condition country is equal to Germany. We selected the whole table first using the asterisk character or symbol from the seller table, and after that the where statement to set this condition, and the program will display all the records or rows that match this condition or that fulfill this condition to make this condition true, and the output as shown inside the result set or inside a new table. And we have only 3 records that have Germany in the country field or in the country column. Let's take another example. Let's change Germany to UK to show the output after this changing. Once you change Germany to UK and running the file again, you will see the output is changed and we got a new result set. As you can see, we have 2 records that have UK inside the country field, as you can see, for number 1 and number 11 simply. And if you want to use columns after the select statement, the column's name, you can do that, but separate between them using comma, and try to put the from keyword for seller on the next line and the where statement on the next line after the from seller statement to make your code organized and readable. Now let's change this condition for the where statement to take another example to make everything clear to understand. Our new condition in this case for the number column, number is equal to for example 5, and once you run the program by hitting F5 or from the run button, you will get all the records or rows also that match this condition or that fulfill this condition. Number is equal to 5, and only a single record inside the result set, as you can see, that matches this condition for the where statement. For number 5, name, Julio Mario, code and country. As you can see, simply only a single record or a single row. Let's change this condition also for the number column. You can use greater than or smaller than to display the records, and in this example here, let's change equal to greater than. Number is greater than 5, and you can see the output for all the values. You can see all the records that number is greater than 5 that match this condition, as you can see. So it starts from number 6, as you can see, not 5, because number in this case, this condition is greater than 5. And you can also use smaller than instead of using the greater than symbol or the greater than operator in this case. Replace greater than with smaller than and run the file again, and you can see all the records that are smaller than 5 simply based on the condition for the where statement in this program. Simply number is smaller than 5, so the output for all the numbers that are smaller than 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the program stops at 4 simply, as you can see, and the output in a result set or a new table, as you know. Thank you so much for watching. See you again next lesson. Counting rows or records in a table in SQL. Hi everyone, welcome to this lesson. There is a function in SQL is called count, and this function is used to return the number of rows or records that matches a specific condition. And you can use the count method or the count function with the where statement to set a condition to get the number of rows that matches a specific condition, and that condition will be placed after the where statement directly. And here is the syntax for using the count function with the where statement. You can select the count of any column you wish using the select statement followed by the count method or function, and place the column name in between the round braces of that function, and the from keyword after that, then the name of the table you selected, the table name that contains our column in this example that we want to display its count, and the where statement after all of that to set a specific condition simply, and semicolon to mark the end of the statement. By using the count function with the where statement like that, you can select the count of items from the column name, the selected column that match this condition or that fulfill this condition after the where statement. Let's see this in action in the next lesson. Hi everyone, welcome to this lesson about using the count function in action. You can use the count function as we said beforehand to return the number of rows or records that matches a specific condition if you use the where statement to set a condition, but you can use the count function without using the where statement. Let's see this in action in this lesson. In this example here, we selected the count of all the items or all the data or all the information from the seller table using the select statement followed by the count function, and in between the round braces of the count function you can see the parameter is the asterisk symbol to get all the data from that table called seller from the selected table in this example, and the from keyword on the next line to make the code more readable, understandable for everyone, followed by the name of the seller or followed by the name of our table in this case, which is seller, and semicolon at the end of the statement. And by running this program you will get 14. The counting for all the data or all the records inside this table is equal to 14. This is the number of rows inside the seller table. Also, you can replace the asterisk symbol with a name for any column we want to display the number of rows for it, and the number of rows for the name column inside the seller table is equal to 14 also, as you can see, and the output in a result set simply 14 in a result set or inside a new table, exactly as you can see. Let's change the name of this column name inside the round braces of the count function from name to country to display the count for rows or the number of rows for the country column or the country field. Once you run the program again, you will get also the number of rows for the country column, which is equal to 14 also inside the seller table. And you can do this for any column from inside any table you created simply using the same way. Or you can set a condition after the from seller. For example, you can display the count using this example here, and after the from keyword, after from seller, on the next line you can set the where statement. For example, country is equal to Germany, like that, to display the number of records that contain country inside them in the country field or in the country column. And the output also will be in a new table or a new result set. And there are 4 fields that have Germany inside them in the country field or in the country column in our table called seller. Try to use the where statement like that and run the file to show the output, and if you need any help, please ask me. Finally, you can use the count function with the distinct statement to display the different values or the distinct values inside the country column or in the country field. Let's do that. Just inside the count function or inside the round braces of the count function, place the distinct statement, and the parameter for the distinct statement you can see is our column, which is equal to country. And once you run the program, you will get this result here, 10, the count of distinct or different values inside this column called country. You can do that for any other column or any other field instead of using the country column here or the country field. You can replace country with, for example, name or number or any column or any existing column inside the existing table called seller or any table you created, and you will get the output in a result set or in a new table, exactly like in this example here. The count for the different values for the selected column is equal to, in this example, 10. And also you can display the count or the number of rows or records for different values with specific condition in specific condition using the where statement with the count distinct statement. Thank you so much for watching. See you again next lesson. Inserting data to a table. Hi everyone, welcome to this lesson. In this lesson we are gonna be talking about the insert into statement, and this statement is used to insert new records or new rows for an existing table, to insert rows or records in a table you created previously. In order to insert new records with data in a table, you must do 2 things. You must specify both the column names, and the second one is the values to be inserted with the insert into statement with the values statement also, and the syntax exactly as follows. Here is the syntax of the insert into statement. To insert data or to insert new record for a table, you must specify the column names, as you can see, using the insert into statement, and after that you must use the values keyword, and in between the round braces of the values keyword or the values function you can insert the value for each column. As you can see, this is called a row or a new record. If you want to insert a new record, insert value for each column inside the table you selected, simply using the same way as you can see. Let's see all of that in action in the next lesson. Hi everyone, welcome to the practical lesson about using the insert into statement with the values statement or function to insert new record to an existing table. We are gonna insert a new record in the seller table we created previously. Let's do that. Let's use the insert into statement with the values function. Like this example here, the insert into statement followed by the name of the table, and the name of the table in this case is called seller, followed by the round braces and the column names, number, name, code, and country. We separated between them using commas, and after that the values function or the values statement, and we want to insert a data, or we want to insert a value for each column. And this is how to insert a new record or insert a new row for the seller table. As you can see, the value for number, the new value for number is 15. The new value for this record for the name column or the name field is equal to Fred, and our code here 73912, and the value for country for our new record is equal to Peru, as you can see. And in this example we inserted a value for the number column, and if you didn't insert a value for the number column, you will see there is an auto increment field and will be generated automatically, and you will see 15 will be inserted automatically. But in this case we insert 15 for the number column for our new record. Now if you try to run the file or hitting F5 to execute this program, you will see a new record is inserted at the end of the seller table simply. Let's run the program or the file to show the output by using the run button or by using the shortcut F5 from the keyboard. After running the program, you can go to the Browse Data tab from the DB browser for SQLite and select the table called Seller, and you will see a new record is inserted. 15 for number, Fred for name, and 73912 for code, and the last one Peru for country. That's it, simply, as you can see. And you can use the same way to insert many new records inside this table called seller, using the same way simply by using the insert into statement, and inside the round braces of the insert into statement place the column names, and after that you can use the values statement to insert many new records or many new rows in the table. After inserting the new record to the seller table, you can use the select statement to select all the data after this inserting from the seller table, and you will see, as you can see here, a new record is inserted with number 15, name Fred, code 73912, and country Peru. For the insert into with the values statement, the number of columns for the insert into statement must match the number of values in the values statement in the round braces of the values statement. For this example here, we have a value for name, code, country, but number, the value of number, is not inside the values. As you can see, we didn't insert a value, and these values don't match the number of columns here. There is a problem, there is an error here. So the program, if you try to run this program, you will get an error immediately. After running the program, you can see here there is an error here. The number of columns doesn't match the number of values in the values statement. Try to remove the first name of columns, the first name for the number column, remove the number column, and now the number of columns matches the number of values. So if you hit run or running this program, you will see a new record will be inserted. Once you hit the run button again, you will see execution finished without errors, and if you go to the browse data tab, you will see a new row is inserted. And after inserting this new record, you can see null for the new record in the number field or the number column, because we didn't insert anything for the number column. So the program will give you null automatically. As you can see, null is like nothing or no value. After that, to show all the data from this table, after inserting the new record, you can use the select statement to select all the data again. So let's use select all from seller, or select followed by the asterisk symbol followed by the from keyword and the name of the table, and run the program, and you will get the output. You will see null for the new record in the number column. Also, as you can see, no value. Null is not zero. Null is like no value at all for this record here in the number column or the number row. Thank you so much for watching. See you again next lesson. Null values in SQL. Hi everyone, welcome to this lesson. What is the meaning of null? What is the meaning of null value? The meaning of null value is no value at all for that field. You can create a field in SQL inside a table without any value. Null is not zero or spaces, and it's possible to create a field in SQL or update a record without adding a value to it, without adding a value to this field, and this is called a null value. Also, there is an operator called is null and also is not null, and simply you can use these operators to test for null values in SQL instead of using comparison operators. You cannot use comparison operators to test null values simply. Let's see the syntax of using the is null operator simply in SQL. First of all, using the select statement to select column or many columns if you wish, separate between them using comma, and after that the from keyword followed by the name of our table, of our existing table or selected table in this case, and the where statement to set a condition. And you can see we used in this case the is null operator to test null values for this column. Just the where statement to set this condition, and the column name, the specific column name followed by the is null operator, or you can use is not null operator also instead of using the is null operator. Let's see all of that in action. Let's see how to use the is null operator, also how to use the is not null operator in action with practical example. Hi everyone, welcome to this lesson about using the is null and is not null operators in SQL to test for empty values and also non-empty values or not null values at all inside a field. Let's take our first example to test for empty values inside a field. At the beginning, inside the execute SQL editor, you can see we used the select statement to select name and country, these two columns from the seller table. So we separate between them using comma, and after that the from keyword followed by the existing table inside our database, and this table is called seller. And after that the where statement to set the condition, and this condition in this case contains the is null operator. The is null operator to test for null values inside the name column inside the seller table. So we want to print out, or we want to show only null values or no values fields inside the name column, and you can test more than one column if you wish. And in this case the program will give you the null values only or the empty values only from the selected column. And our selected column, as we said beforehand in this lesson or in this example, is the name column. And try to select another column, and you can see this is about using the is null operator. Now let's run this program or this statements to show the output on the screen inside the result set. But in our example here, there is no empty values inside the name column, so you will not get anything in the output, no results in the output in such case. And you can see the output, we got nothing. So let's change name to number, because our number column in the seller table has only a single null value. We want to display it using this null operator, using condition like that. Just in this case, replace name with number to get the name and the country columns for the number if the value of number is null, and the value of number is null when the name is equal to Ronaldo and country is equal to Brazil, as you can see simply. And if you want to display the null value also, you can select number before name and separate between number and name using comma if you wish to display the number value also, which is equal to null in this case. The last item inside the table called seller, and you can see the output in this case after adding number or after selecting the number column also before the name and the country columns at the beginning of our code here. And the output inside a new table, and the value of number is equal to null, the value of name for that field is equal to Ronaldo, and the value of country is equal to Brazil, as you can see simply. Now it's time to use the is not null operator, the opposite for the is null operator. We will be using the is not null operator to test for non-empty values or not null values for this table called seller. Let's see that. Let's use the is not null operator instead of using the is null operator after the where statement for this condition also. Just replace the is null operator with the is not null operator, and you will get a list of all the records for number, name and country columns when number is not empty, if there is a value inside the number column. So by running this program, you will get the rest of the seller table. Go ahead and run the program, and you will get the output in a new result set with number is not null. As you can see, any field inside the number column in the result set has a value, as you can see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and we selected number, name and country, so the output will display a result like that for you: number, name and country only, without any problem. And you can see the details after that. Execution finished without errors, result 15 rows returned in 17 milliseconds, and so on. And you can see the logs on the right side if you want to copy and paste from it, and so on. This is so easy lesson about using the is null and is not null operators in SQL. Thank you so much for watching. See you again next lesson. Updating data in a table. Hi everyone, welcome to this lesson about using the update statement to update a data or to update records in a table. Let's get started by discussing the update statement. In SQL, you can use the update statement to modify the existing records inside a table or in an existing table simply by using the update statement followed by the table name, and you can use the set statement after that to update values for each column for that record. Let's see the syntax for that. You can see this is the syntax of using the update statement with the set statement to modify the existing records inside an existing table or in a table you selected. Just use the update statement at the beginning followed by the table name, the existing table name, and the set statement. Put the column name and is equal to, then the new value, then column 2 and new value, and so on. And the where statement comes after that to set a condition, and the program will update this table where these values fulfill this condition by using the where statement after update and set statements. By using the where statement to set a condition, the where statement in this case will specify which records that should be updated after setting a condition. And if you omit the where statement, if you remove the where statement, you will see all the records inside the existing table will be updated automatically. Let's go ahead to see how to use the update statement to update or modify the existing records in action. Hello and welcome to this lesson about updating data in an existing table. Inside the seller table here, for the name column, we want to update the value of nonce. We want to change this value if the value of number is equal to 7. So in this case, we are gonna use the update statement with the set statement and also the where statement to set a condition to replace this value or this field with another value. Let's do that. The update statement followed by the name of the table at the beginning, followed by the set statement, and after the set statement we want to change the value of name to Alice instead of using the previous value nonce, where the updating value matches this condition, number is equal to 7. As you can see, we are gonna update name from nonce to Alice, and you can see the update statement comes first, followed by the name of the existing table, followed by the set statement, and after that you can see the column or the field we want to update. We want to update name to Alice while this condition is true, or while the record matches this condition for the where statement. And if you try to run the program or hit F5 from the keyboard, you will get the output on the screen. You will see nonce will be changed to Alice. Click the run button, and now Alice is added to the seller table, and you can go to the browse data and you will see Alice like that. The name nonce is replaced with this new name Alice because of using the update statement with the set statement where number is equal to 7. That's it. Or you can use the select statement after that inside the execute SQL editor or execute SQL tab to select the table after this addition to display the new table on the screen or the new result set. So let's comment, or let's remove the previous program to use the select statement to select all the data from the seller table to show these data on the screen. Use the select statement followed by the asterisk symbol followed by from seller, and run the program, and you will get the new table or the new result set like this. And you can see Alice is added simply in the new table after using the update statement followed by the name of the seller table or the name of any table you selected or you created, and also the set statement to set new value for the name field, which is Alice in this case. You can insert many values, you can update many values, you can update also country after name is equal to Alice. For example, country from France to Germany if you wish, but separate between records using comma. After Alice put comma, then country is equal to, for example, Germany. Try to do this by yourself, and the where statement to set that condition using the where statement that fulfill these records from the seller table or the table you selected. That's it. So simple and so easy, as you can see. Now let's use another record here. Let's do that. Let's change the value of code also after name is equal to Alice. Let's replace the value of code for that field in the same record or the same row. Let's go to our previous program, and after name is equal to Alice, add code is equal to, for example, 111222 inside single quotes as a value for code. And also for that record you can change, as we said beforehand, the value of country. Just you can place comma after code is equal to 111222, and country is equal to any country you wish. Try to put the new value for country inside single quotes as a value for this country. And the where statement, don't forget to place the where statement number is equal to 7 or any condition you wish. Here in our program, if we try to run this program, you will see the value of name is changed, and also the value of code is updated to this new value simply. Let's do that by hitting F5 or clicking the run button to see the result in the browse data, or after that you can use the select statement again to select all the seller table to show the updated values inside the new table or inside the new result set simply without any complication. After hitting the run button, now we want to use the select statement again followed by asterisk followed by the from keyword and the name of the table and semicolon at the end of the statement to show the new table after updating those two values for name and code. Comment or remove this program and use the select statement again. Run the program and look at if number is equal to 7. You can see name is changed to Alice, and the new code here, the new code is changed to this new value 111222. And also you can change the value for any field from any column using the same way simply, but try to use another condition to see how it works. That's it for this lesson. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Thank you so much for watching. See you again next lesson. Hi everyone, welcome to this lesson about using the delete statement in SQL. You can use the delete statement simply to delete existing records in a table you created previously or in an existing table. And also you can use the where statement to set a condition with the delete statement to specify which records should be deleted. But if you try to remove the where statement or the where condition, you will see all the records in the table will be deleted by using the delete statement. And here is the syntax, a simple syntax for using the delete statement in SQL. You can see the delete statement comes first, followed by the from keyword, followed by the table name, the delete from statement, followed by the table name, and the where statement. After that, you can insert the where statement with the condition on another line to make your code more readable, understandable, and semicolon at the end of the statement. Or you can place all that on the same line, but this is hard to read, and to clarify that code and make it easy to read, easy to follow, and easy for maintenance. Also, after that, try to type delete from with the table name on a line and the where statement with the condition on another line, and I'll show you that practically in the next lesson. Thank you so much for watching. Hi everyone, welcome to this lesson about using the delete statement in SQL to delete or to remove existing records in a table or in an existing table you created previously. Let's get started. The delete statement at the beginning to delete from the seller table, our selected table in this case, followed by the where statement to set a condition, and the condition in this case name is equal to Ronaldo. But before setting the value of name, let's go to the browse data tab to see this value inside the table. You can see our condition here, Ronaldo, for the value of number is equal to null, and also code 91824, and the country is equal to Brazil in this case. Let's go to again to the execute SQL tab or the execute SQL editor to complete our condition. The condition name is equal to Ronaldo, as you can see, and don't forget to place semicolon at the end of the statement to clarify the code or to make the code readable, understandable, and to separate this statement without any problems. And after running the program by using the run button or by using the F5 shortcut, you will see the field or the record that contains Ronaldo inside it, or the rows that contains Ronaldo inside it is removed from the table called seller. In other words, the last row from the seller table is removed using this condition with the delete from statement. Now let's go to the browse data tab to see the seller table after removing the last record or the last row. Look at here, look at this table called seller. The last row or the last record from this table is removed by using the delete from statement with the condition we set using the where statement. As you can see simply, you can remove any record using the same way, using the delete from keyword or statement with the where statement to set a condition simply without any complication. Also, to show this table after this removing on the screen, you can use the select statement like that to select all the items from the seller table, and you can see the output inside a new result set or inside a new table. And also you can notice that the output without the last row that contains Ronaldo inside it. Simply, as you can see, try to remove any record using the same way. Also, you can see the result details or the execution details after the result table. Execution finished without errors. Result 15 rows retained in 19 milliseconds. At line 1, delete from seller where name is equal to Ronaldo, and so on. And on the right hand or on the right side, you can see the logs and the history for all the statements we practice here. Also, you can use the delete from statement to delete all the table. Let me show you that in action also. You can use this statement here, delete from, followed by the name of the table directly. In our case, the table name is called seller, and semicolon at the end of the statement without any condition here. You can see we removed the where statement, no conditions here, and the where statement is used to specify which records should be deleted, as you said beforehand. And if you try to remove the where statement like that, all the records or all the table will be deleted. In this case, if you try to run the program or hit F5, you will see the seller table will be removed easily without any complication. Try this also by yourself to see how it works, and if you need any help, please ask me and I'll answer you as soon as possible. I hope that you enjoyed this lesson. Thank you so much for watching. See you again next lesson. Hi everyone, welcome to this lesson about the in operator. This lesson we are gonna discuss the in operator, and this operator in SQL is used to specify many values in the where statement or in the condition that will be set after the where statement, and this is like shorthand for multiple or many or conditional statements. That's it simply, and I'll show you that practically in the next lesson. Hi everyone, welcome to the practical lesson about using the in operator. The in operator is used to specify many values in a where condition or in a where clause, and also the in operator simply is a shorthand for multiple or logical operator or logical conditions. Simply you can use the in operator, and also you can use not in operator. Let's see this in action. Let's get started by using the in operator in an example. At the beginning, you can see the select statement to select all the information or all the data from the seller table by using the select keyword followed by the asterisk symbol, and after that the from keyword followed by the name of the table, which is seller, in this case our existing table in this database. And you can set from seller on the next line if you wish, and after that you can see the where statement to set this condition where country in USA, Germany, UK. In this case the output will be all the records that contain USA, Germany and also UK in the country column from the seller table. Once you run this program by hitting F5 from the keyboard or running from the run button to execute this program, you will get the output in a new result set or in a new table. Let's do that. After running the program, you will see this output on the screen. As you can see, number, name, code and country, the 4 columns here, and all the records or all the fields in the country column that have USA, Germany and UK, and the output in a new result set. And we have 7 rows in the output in a new table. As you can see, execution finished without any errors and 7 rows returned in 400 milliseconds. That's it simply. And also you can use the opposite, which is not in, instead of using the in operator, to select only all the countries from the country field or the country table that don't have USA, Germany and UK. Replacing in with not in operator and run the program again, and you will see the new output in a new result set without any complication. We have 8 rows printed and returned in 15 milliseconds, and the execution also finished without any errors, without any problems here. You can try this by yourself, and you can set another condition instead of country. You can set code and in, also use not in, for example, any specific numbers from this table here, or you can use name, the name column instead of country, or any column from a table you created previously. That's it. So easy and so simple. I hope that you enjoyed this lesson. Thank you so much for watching. See you again next lesson. Hi everyone, welcome to this lesson about logical operators in SQL. In this course, we are gonna talk about 3 logical operators: AND, OR, and NOT operator. The AND operator first is used to display a record if all the conditions separated by the AND operator are true. If the right hand and the left hand of the AND operator are true, the program will display that record for this operation. And you can use the AND operator as a condition, or to set a condition after the where statement, in the condition of the where statement. And also the next one is called the OR operator, and this is used also in conditions after the where statement, and this operator is used to display a record if any of the conditions separated by the OR operator is true. If the right hand or the left hand, if the right term or the left term of the OR operator is true, the program will display the result, or will display or will select that record simply without any problem. The next one is called NOT operator, and this NOT operator is used to display a record if the condition is not true. That's it simply. And I'll show you the 3 types of logical operators practically and in action. Thank you so much for watching. You can use the logical operators AND, OR, and NOT operators in the condition of the where statement after selecting data. Let's see this in action. At the beginning, an example of using the AND operator. The select statement at the beginning, followed by the asterisk symbol and the from keyword to select from the seller table or any table you created inside this database. Our current table is called seller, as you can see, and the where statement after that to set this condition that contains the AND operator. Name is equal to Fred, the name column, when the field is equal to Fred, and also country is equal to Peru. And this program here will display or will select all the fields from the seller table where name is equal to Fred and also country is equal to Peru. And the AND operator in general is used to filter a record or to display a record if all the conditions separated by the AND operator are true. If the 2 conditions, in this case name is equal to Fred and country is equal to Peru, are true. And if you try to run this program, you will get the output in a new result set. As you can see, name is equal to Fred and country is equal to Peru. This output that matches this condition we set here using the AND operator. And if any term of the 2 terms of the AND operator is false, the program will not give you anything in the output. Let's see this. Let's change country from Peru to Germany, for example. In this case, you can see no results in the output from the seller table because there are no records inside the seller table that have Fred as a value for name and also Germany as a value for the country column. So you will get this output: execution finished without errors and 0 rows returned in 14 milliseconds. That's it, simply. But in this case, if you try to replace the AND operator with the OR operator, you will get another output, because the OR operator is used to display or select a record if any of the conditions separated by the OR operator is true. If any of the two conditions, in this case name is equal to Fred or country is equal to Germany, is true. But first, let's use the OR operator with the name is equal to Fred and country is equal to Peru. And you can see in this case, by using the OR operator, the result set or the table in the output selects all the fields from the seller table where name is equal to Fred or country is equal to Peru. And if you try to change or replace Peru with Germany, you will get an output also. The output in this case is all the fields that have Fred in the name column and also Germany in the country column without any complication. As you can see, we have 4 records as an output in a new result set or in a new table, and the execution finished also without any errors or problems, and 4 rows returned in 18 milliseconds. Let's move on to talk about the NOT operator that will display a record if the conditions or the condition is not true. In this example here, after selecting all the data from the seller table, we set the condition using the where statement, and you can see the NOT operator after the where statement, and the condition is not country is equal to Peru. So you will get all the fields or all the records from the seller table that haven't country is equal to Peru or that haven't Peru as a field in the country column. And you can see this output on the screen here. 13 rows returned in 19 milliseconds, and the execution also finished without any errors simply. And you can take a look at the output, or in the new table, look at the column called country. The country column hasn't any record called Peru inside it using the condition where not country is equal to Peru. You can change this condition to country is equal to, for example, Germany, or you can change it and select names by using the name column instead of using the country column, and so on. Let's change country to Brazil to show the output, and you can see the output on the screen. This is the new output. All the records or all the fields in the country column in the output haven't the selected item or the selected value. Let's try another one. You can change Brazil to Canada, for example, and in this case the program will give you the whole seller table because there is no field inside the country table or the country that has this value or this country inside it. So in this case we got the whole seller table without any problems. You can see 15 rows returned in 19 milliseconds without any complication. Finally, let's take an example to combine the logical operators, for example and the OR operators on the same example, like this example here. Look at this condition. After selecting the whole data from the seller table, we set this condition country is equal to UK, and the output from the OR operator, name is equal to Jackwell, or code is equal to this code, as you can see. And you can see the OR operator in this case is surrounded by round braces, and any result from the OR operator will be added as the right term of the AND operator to give you an output, and the output in this example simply is a single row or a single record from the seller table that has UK in the country column and Jackwell in the name column, as you can see, without any problems. The output from the OR operator is Jackwell for name, and also the output from the AND operator in this case, country is equal to UK and name is equal to Jackwell. This record or this row in a new result set in the output without any problems, and the execution also finished without getting an error or anything like that. Only one row, a single row returned in 31 milliseconds. Another example, you can use the opposite of the AND operator, which is AND NOT operator, and we have an example here. We combined the NOT operator with the AND NOT operator, and in this example will select all the fields from the seller table where country is not equal to France and also is not equal to Germany without any problems. And by running this program, you will get the output on the screen in a new result set, and you can see on the country column in the result set we got the output without getting France for country and Germany also for country. As you can see, you can take a look at the country column, and you can do this for any column with another condition. Instead of country is equal to France or country is equal to Germany, you can change country to name and set any name you wish, and also and not another name, or you can change the country from France to Venezuela or Portugal or any country in the country column here. And also you can do the same thing for Germany. You can change Germany to Spain, to UK, to USA, and this is so easy, as you can see. I hope that you enjoyed this lesson. Thank you so much for watching. See you again next lesson. Welcome to another lesson for using operators in SQL programming. In this lesson we are going to be discussing the arithmetic operators quickly. The arithmetic operators like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and modulo operator. Let's go ahead to see all of that in action. We are going to use the select statement to execute mathematical operations or arithmetic operations in SQL. At the beginning, the addition operation using the select statement and the plus sign to add 10 to 4, and the output for this operation is equal to 14. Once you hit run, you will see the output on the screen without any complication. That's it, the select statement to execute the arithmetic operation or calculate this operation on the screen. You can try to add any numbers using the plus sign. Also, you can use the minus sign to subtract numbers, like this example here. 10 minus 4 is equal to 6, and the output in a new result set or in a new table, as you can see, and the execution finished without errors. Also, result is one row only, returned in 17 milliseconds. That's it about this arithmetic operator, also the minus sign or the subtraction operator. Let's move on to talk about also the multiplication operator using the asterisk symbol. Using the same example, also try to use the asterisk symbol like that. The asterisk symbol is used to multiply 10 by 4 and the output in a new result set or in a new table, and the output only a single record or a single row, which is equal to 40 due to multiplication. This multiplication operation, 10 multiplied by 4, you can try to multiply 2 numbers, 3 numbers, 4 numbers and so on, using the same way, using the asterisk symbol, and the output will be in a new table like this example here. The output only a single record or a single row which contains the result as a value. Now let's move to talk about the division operation using the slash operator. Let's see that. Also, easily you can use the slash operator to divide two numbers, like this example here. 10 divided by 4 is equal to 2 in a new result set, and the output, look at the output, is an integer number, not floating point number. The output in a new result set is only an integer number, and the decimal point is neglected, and the output without any decimal point here. So if you try to divide two numbers using the same way, you will see the output is an integer number without any complication, and this execution finished without errors. Also, a single row in a new table returned in 13 milliseconds, as you can see simply. The slash operator is the division operator in SQL and is used to divide numbers, as you can see as in this example, simply, and semicolon to mark the end of this statement or to separate this statement simply and easily. Now let's talk about the last one, the modulo or the reminder operator using the percentage sign. Just replace slash with the percentage sign or modulo operator, and you can see the reminder from the division operation in this case, or the reminder from dividing 10 by 4 is equal to 2. That's it, simply about using the modulo or the reminder operator in SQL programming. These are the arithmetic operators in SQL. You can try to use all of them by yourself with different values, with many values, to know how the arithmetic operators in SQL work easily. And if you need any help during this operation, please ask me and I'll answer you as soon as possible. I am here always to help you. I hope that you enjoyed this lesson. See you again next lesson. Hi everyone. Welcome to this lesson about using comparison operators in SQL in action. In this lesson, I will show you how to use comparison operators in SQL. Let's get started. At the beginning, you need to select the data from the seller table or any existing table you wish. The select statement followed by the asterisk symbol that is used to select all the data from the table you created or you selected. Our current table is called seller, so we used select asterisk from seller. And after that, on the next line, the where statement. After this where statement, we are gonna set a condition by using comparison operators simply one by one. I will show you how to use all of them one by one. So let's go ahead to do that. Our first condition for this example is number is greater than 7. We use, in this case, the greater than symbol or the greater than comparison operator in SQL to display all the records that match this condition or that fulfill this condition if number is greater than 7. So the output, as you can see on the screen, you will see number 8, number 9, number 10, until reaching the last one, which is equal to 15 in a new table. As you can see in the output, all the records that match this condition, all the records when number is greater than 7 or is larger than 7. And you can use another comparison operator. Let's see that also. You can change the greater than to the greater than or equal to symbol or comparison operator. You can see 7 is included in the number column, and this record is printed also is selected before 8. 7 is included now because there is a single equal sign after the greater than symbol or the greater than comparison operator. So number 7 is included in this case, and the program will give you this record before 8. That's it. Simply you can try to use this greater than or equal to comparison operator also for any table you selected, and use the where statement to set a condition with this comparison operator. Let's try another one. Let's try another comparison operator, and we're gonna change this condition, or we're gonna change this greater than or equal to smaller than. We're gonna use a new comparison operator, which is the simple smaller than operator. Just replace greater than or equal to with a smaller than, and you will get all the records. If number is smaller than 7, you will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, all that inside a new table, as you can see, and the execution finished without errors, and the result as you can see has 6 rows returned in 16 milliseconds without any problems. We selected all the records from the seller table that match this condition. Number is smaller than 7, that fulfill this condition if this condition of the where statement is true. Now let's try another one. You can try smaller than or equal to, for example, and in this example 7 is included in the previous table, and as you can see, and the output in a new table, and now we got 7 rows instead of 6 rows. 7 rows returned in 16 milliseconds also. 7 Alice and the code, and also France, and that record is displayed or selected now because of adding the equal sign after the smaller than symbol or the smaller than sign or comparison operator. So once you use smaller than or equal to 7, you will get 7 on the screen. The record that contains 7 also is selected. Now let's try another one to clarify all of that. You can use a single equal sign operator or single equal sign comparison operator to display only a single record on the screen that matches this condition where number is equal to 7. As you can see, there is only one row that contains 7 as a value inside the number column from the seller table, as you can see. And if the seller table has many rows that contain 7 inside the number column, you will get all the rows that contain 7 as a value or as a field inside them. But in this example, our seller table, this existing table, has only a single record that is equal to 7 in the number column. So a single row is printed or is selected, and you can see the execution result after that. Execution finished without errors also, result only single row, as you can see. Also, you can use a comparison operator for not equal to. You can see this is not equal to operator using smaller than and greater than at the same time, so you will get all the records that match this condition. Number is not equal to 7, so you will get 5, 6, 8, 9, not 7, because our condition here, number is not equal to 7, so you will get all the values instead of 7 as a new result or as a new table on the output. That's it for this lesson. Try to use the comparison operators in SQL by yourself, like equal to, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, and also not equal to. And if you need any help, please ask me and I'll answer you as soon as possible. Thank you so much for watching. See you again next lesson. Hi there, welcome to this lesson about using the between operator in SQL in action. In this lesson we are gonna use the between operator in different examples to select values within a given range from the seller table, or you can use any existing table you created. Let's get started to see all of that in action. At the beginning of the code, the select statement with the asterisk symbol followed by the from keyword followed by the name of the table to select all the data from the seller table. And after that, the where statement you can see to set this condition. In this case, in this condition we use the between operator with the and operator also. Our condition by using the where statement is number between 7 and 12. So the program will give you all the data or all the records that match this condition between 7 and 12 for the number column from the seller table. So let's run this program by hitting the run button, or you can use F5 to show this output on the screen. Go ahead and click on the run button and you can see our range here. In a new result set or in a new table, you can see all the records, which is equal to 7, number 7, number 8, number 9, number 10, 11, 12. This is our given range for the between statement or the between operator with the and operator between 7 and 12. So you can see inside the output, you can see from the seller table we selected only numbers from 7 to 12. 7 is included and 12 also is included, as you can see, using the between operator in this case with the and statement without any problem, the and logical operator, and the output, as you can see in the number column, numbers from 7 to 12. We got all the records in this range, and also the begin and end values are included here, 7 and 12 in the result set, and you can see the execution finished without errors. And result is 6 rows returned in 13 milliseconds. Now let's try another one. Let's take another example. In this example we are gonna use the not operator with the between operator to select the opposite. You can see the output for this example. We got all the records instead of this range from 7 to 12. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then 13, and the range between 7 and 12 is not included here because we used this condition number not between 7 and 12. So 13, 14 and 15, the last one, the last record inside a new table. As you can see, this is our output, and also the execution finished without any errors, and we have 9 rows returned in 13 milliseconds. You can use the not between operator, the not operator, logical operator with the between operator like that, and try to change this range to see how it works. And this is so easy and so simple, as you can see. Now let's try another one. Let's take another example. For this example we are gonna remove the not operator and we are gonna set another condition after number between 7 and 12, and this condition is the and operator followed by the name of the code column, code, not in, and we selected 2 values or 2 fields from the code operator, 3500 and 73912. you will get all the values between 7 and 12 instead of these two codes or these two values from the code column. So you can see the output on the screen: 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got all the records in this case because these two codes we selected are out of the range, or are out of the range of 7 and 12. Now let's select another code inside this range from 7 to 12 to see how it works. We are gonna add this code after 73912 inside the round braces after the not in operator. Go inside round braces and add this code refers to 7, and you can see now 7 is not included. You can add another one, and now you know how it works. The program in this case selected all the numbers or all the records that match this condition were number between 7 and 12 and could not in these codes, but our code in this case that match this condition or that match this table inside this range is the last one, 111222. This is for the record or for number 7. So the record or the row that has this code is neglected or is removed from the result set, and the output, as you can see, without 7. And try to select all the data from a table, from an existing table you created using the same way, and set a condition, set another range instead of using 7 and 12. You can use, for example, from 5 to 10 and code not in and insert many values inside the round braces using the same way, or you can select another column instead of code. And if you need any help, please ask me and I'll answer you as soon as possible. Thank you so much for watching. See you again next lesson. Hi everyone, welcome to this lesson about data types available in SQL. The first type is called exact numerics, like integer data type, bit data type, decimal data type, and a lot more. The next one is called approximate numerics, like floating point numbers or float, real. And the next one, date and time to represent date and time formula, like the date data type, or you can use time data type or date time, and a lot more also. The next type is called character strings to represent the string of characters. You can use the char data type for that, or you can use the text data type, and I will show you that in this course. And the next type is called Unicode character strings to represent Unicode character strings or collection of characters. You can use for that the in-char data type or in-text data type. The next type is called binary data types, like the binary data type, image data type, and a lot more. The last one, other data types like cursor, table, XML, and a lot more. And in this course I will show you how to insert a data type while creating a table simply for each field inside a table. Thank you so much for watching. Hi everyone, welcome to this lesson about discussing the order by statement in SQL. And this statement is used to sort the result set or the result table in an ascending order or descending order. And by default, this statement is used to sort all the records or rows in an ascending order. That's by default. Also, you can use the ASC with the order by statement to sort the result set in an ascending order, and you can use also DESC for descending order if you want to sort all the result in a descending order, and you can use it with the order by statement also. And this is a simple syntax for using the order by statement for a descending order. Select the columns first, the select statement followed by column 1, column 2, you can insert column 3, and many columns if you wish. Separate between them using comma from a selected or an existing table, from keyword followed by the table name, and after that you can see the order by statement followed by column 1, column 2, and after that you can see the order by statement followed by the columns we selected, column 1, column 2, and we want to sort the result set for these columns in a descending order. So we use in this case the DESC statement or the descending statement with the order by statement, and I'll show you that practically. Thank you so much for watching. Hi everyone, welcome to this lesson about using the order by keyword or statement in SQL to sort the result set or to sort the table in the output in ascending or descending order. Let's get started to see all of this practically. In this example, our first step is selecting the seller table, all the data from the seller table using the asterisk symbol, and after that on the next line the order by statement or keyword to sort the name column from the seller table. And you can see the output on the screen in a new result set or in a new table, and the order by statement sorts the records, as you can see, in ascending order by default without using the ascending or descending keywords. Like this example here, you can see the name column in ascending order by default without any need to use anything with the order by statement. Instead of using the column name, as you can see, name after the order by statement, and you can change name to a number or any column you wish. Let's replace name with number column, number, and run the file again, and you can see number is sorted, the number column is sorted in ascending order by default also without any need to use the ascending or descending keywords. And I'll show you how to use the ascending and descending keywords with the order by statement simply. And you can take a look at the output for the number column in an ascending order from 1, 2, 3, then 4, then 5, and so on, and the execution finished without any errors, and the result in this case has 15 rows returned in 18 milliseconds. Also, let's use the code column with the order by keyword to sort this table called seller by this code column in an ascending order. Refers to the code column or refers to the number inside the code column. Just type code instead of number and run the file again, and you can see the table is sorted in an ascending order. In this case, refers to the code column, refers to the order for numbers inside the code column, as you can see simply, and the execution also finished without errors, and 15 rows also. The number of rows inside the seller table, as you can see, are returned in 15 milliseconds also. The last one here is the country column from the seller table. Let's change this code to country to see how it works also, or to sort the seller table by or in an ascending order refers to the country column based on the characters inside the country column. After changing code to country, you can see the country column is sorted in an ascending order. All the fields inside the country column are sorted in an ascending order by default from character A or letter A, then B, and so on, as you can see, and all the table are sorted based on this country column, and the output is executed and finished without any errors. And we got also 15 rows returned in 17 milliseconds, and you can see logs on the right side if you want to show the history for the statements, or if you want to copy a statement and paste it inside the editor to execute it again, and so on. Now it's time to show you how to use the ascending and descending keywords in addition to the order by statement or keyword. Let's use the ascending keyword first, or ASC keyword, with the order by statement. After the name of the column called country, you can place ASC, refers to the ascending order, to sort the country or to sort the seller table based on the country or based on the ascending order for the country column. And this is by default. You don't need to put the ascending keyword like that or anything like that. But if you want to sort this column or the table called seller based on the country column in descending order, you can replace the ascending keyword with descending keyword. Let's replace it with the descending keyword, or DESC keyword. Just replace ASC to DESC and you will see the output in a new result set. The seller table is sorted in this case by the descending order for the country column as shown on the output, and the execution finished without any errors. And you can see the first one is the letter V, then U, then U, then U, then U, and S after that, and so on until reaching the last item, which is the character or the letter A. This is the descending order for the country column using the DESC or the descending keyword with the order by statement or keyword in SQL. Also, you can select all the seller table, all the data or information from the seller table sorted ascending by name and also descending by country. So we are gonna use the ascending keyword with the name column, then comma, then country, and after country the descending keyword to sort countries by descending order. Let's see that. After selecting all the data using the select statement followed by asterisk from the seller table, you can see the order by statement followed by name, then ASC keyword refers to ascending order, then comma, then country, and after country DESC or the descending order or the descending keyword for country, as you can see in this example. And you can also add another one for number and so on. And the seller table in this case is sorted by ascending order for the name column and also the descending order for the country column at the same time. So look at the name column, you will see Alice, then Carlos, then Diego, character D or letter D, then F, then H, and so on. And also at the same time we selected the descending order for country with the ascending order for name, for the name column from the seller table in this case. Try to do this by yourself. Try to select different columns from that table instead of name and country if you wish. Thank you so much for watching. See you again next lesson. Hi everyone, welcome to this lesson about using the limit keyword or the limit statement in SQL in action to select specific records from an existing table. Let's get started to see all of that in action. Our first example is using the limit statement to select only the first 5 records from the seller table. And as you can see, we got the output in a new result set and without any errors. We got these 5 rows, number 1, number 2, 3, 4 and 5. And also the first thing we did here is selecting all the data from the seller table. You have to put the select statement followed by asterisk symbol to collect or to select all the data from the seller table, from the existing table inside this database or any table you created inside any database you created previously. Our table in this case is called seller, and after that we used the limit keyword followed by the number of records we want to select from the beginning of this table called seller. And the output, as you can see, the execution for this program is finished without getting any errors, and 5 rows returned in 17 milliseconds. That's it. Now let's take another example. You can set a condition for this example by using the where statement before using the limit statement or the limit keyword to select records based on this condition or that fulfill this condition that we are gonna set using the where statement. Our condition in this example here is country is equal to, for example, Germany, and we want to change 5 to another number 1. In this case we want to get only one record, or the first record that match this condition, only a single one that match country is equal to Germany. Now let's execute the program again, or let's hit the run button or F5 to show the output, to show the new output for this new program or this new example. After running the program, you can see this output. We got only the first Germany from the country column from the seller table, as you can see, when number is equal to 6. If you change this limit to 2, you will get the first 2 records from this table called seller, while or where country is equal to Germany. So you can see this example here. If number is equal to 6, we got Germany. If number is equal to 9, also we got Germany in the output, and the output in a result set, as you can see. This is the result that matches this condition and this limit, the first 2 rows or 2 records from the table called seller where country is equal to Germany. Let's change 2 to 3, for example, again. And you can see in this case, after changing the limit from 2 to 3, we got the first 3 records from the seller table that match this condition, country is equal to Germany, and you can see 3 fields inside the country column from the seller table that have Germany as a value, as you can see in this example. But if you change limit, for example, to 4 or 5, you will get this result again, because inside the seller table we created, there are 3 rows only, or 3 records that have Germany inside the country column, as you can see simply. So let's change the limit to 4, or you can change it to 5, for example, and also you will see we will get the same previous result. Only 3 rows or 3 records will be returned, but the duration or the time for the execution in this case will be increased. Let's see that. Change 3 to 4 and run the file again, and you can see we got only 3 rows from our existing table, the seller table in this case. We have only 3 records that match this condition where country is equal to Germany. But you can see in this case the execution time is increased, and we got 21 milliseconds for these 3 rows instead of 18 milliseconds, and the execution finished without any errors. That's it for this lesson. Thank you so much for watching. See you again next lesson. Hi everyone, welcome to this lesson. In this lesson, we are gonna be discussing the min function and also the max function in SQL. The min function is used to return the smallest number or the smallest value of the selected column, and also the max function in SQL is used to get the largest number or the largest value of any selected column you use. Let's see this in action. Our first example here is selecting the minimum value inside the number column from the seller table. As you can see, the minimum value or the smallest value inside the number column or the selected column in this case is equal to 1, and the output in a new result set without any problems, without getting any errors. As you can see, one row returned in 18 milliseconds. And at the beginning we used the select statement to select the minimum value using the min function that is used to get the smallest number of the selected column, and the selected column in this case is called number from the existing table we created previously, that is called seller. This is our seller table. You can select any column from inside any table you created instead of using the seller table. And after using the from keyword followed by the name of the table, you can see semicolon to mark the end of this statement, and once you run the program you will get this output as shown here on the screen. The output finished without getting any errors. Now let's take another example. Let's change number to code to select the minimum value or the smallest value inside or in the column called code from the seller table also, and run the file and you will get this output. This is the minimum number or the minimum code inside the column or inside the selected column in this case, which is called code from the selected table simply. That's it, without getting any error. And one row in this case returned in 14 milliseconds. This is our result. Also, there is a useful tool you can use by using the as keyword. You can use the as keyword here in SQL to rename this column or to get the output with the new names for columns in the result set. We are gonna use the as keyword to put an alias or to rename this column we selected here. Let's do that by using the as keyword. After select min code, use the as keyword followed by the new name, the temporary name for this column in the result set, and this new name is called smallest value. In this case you can rename it, you can rename this column, or you can get the value in the output, the minimum value in the output, and this is the header for that column in the output, smallest value, and you can change it with any name. You can change it to any name you wish instead of smallest value. You can type smallest number, you can type anything you wish. And now let's run the program again to show the output. Take a look at this output here. After running the program, you can see the smallest value is the header for that column for the result set here we got, and you can change this alias to any name you wish instead of this smallest value as we said beforehand. This is so easy, as you can see. Now let's use the max function instead of using the min function, and also we are gonna use the as keyword with the max function to insert an alias or a temporary name for the maximum value or the largest value. Let's change the min function to the max function and smallest value to the largest value. This is our new alias, and after running the program you will see this new output. This is the largest value in the code column from the seller table. The max function in this case is used to get the largest number or the largest value from this existing column or this selected column called code. Or you can use any column. You can use the number column instead of using the code column to get the largest value, and also you can use the as statement or the as keyword to put a new alias or to rename this operation or to rename the result set, the column in the result set, using the same way. You can type any name instead of using largest value. You can type greatest value or anything like that, and notice the output on the screen. You can see the output in a new result set, and the header for the column in the output is called largest value in this case. The execution finished without getting errors. Also we got in this case one row, the largest value only one record or one row in 17 milliseconds. That's it, so easy and so simple. Let's replace code with number to select the largest value inside the number column. For example, type number here and run the program again, and you will get 15 in a new result set or in a new table, as you can see. And the header also in this case is the new alias or the temporary name for that column, which is called largest value. Try to rename it any name instead of the largest value, and you can see also the execution finished without any errors, and we got one row for the number column, the selected column in this example, and the max function followed by the round braces, and the parameter is the selected column in this case, and the output in 18 milliseconds in this case. Thank you so much for watching. See you again next lesson. Hi everyone, welcome to this lesson about using the count function in SQL to return the number of records for the selected column or the selected data. Let's see this practically. In this example here, we have the count function, and inside the round braces of the count function, we insert the asterisk symbol to count all the records from the table we selected here called seller, and the as keyword after that, after the count function, to rename or to put a temporary name for this counting, so you will get the output in a result set, and the header for that column, as you can see, is counting in this example, and the counting or the count for rows, the number of rows or the number of records from the seller table is equal to 15. So you can do this to get the number of records for the whole table, for the complete table. Also you can use the count function to get the number of records for a specific column or for the selected column. Let's change this asterisk symbol or this asterisk character from the round braces of the count function to the name of a column from the seller table. For example, let's change it to name, and after that run the program again, and you will get the same previous result, because the number of records for the selected column in this case is equal to 15 also, and we got the execution finished without errors, and the result also is a single row retained in 17 milliseconds. That's it. Simply put the selected column inside the round braces of the count function, and also you can change the alias to anything instead of counting, but try to put a descriptive name or a meaningful name instead of counting. For example, number of records or anything like that that describes the process. And don't forget the from keyword followed by the name of the table, the selected table in this case, seller, and semicolon at the end of this statement. You can change name to country or any column name from the seller table. Also, let's change name to country, for example, and also we will get the same previous result. Replace name with country, and after that go ahead and run the file again and you will get the same result. As you can see, the header for the result set or for this column in the result set is called counting, and we got 15, and the execution finished without errors. The result is a single column, is a single row or a single record finished in 15 milliseconds. I hope that you enjoyed this lesson. Thank you so much for watching. See you again next lesson. Hi everyone, welcome to this lesson. In this lesson I'll show you how to use the average function or the AVG function to return the average value for a numeric column we are gonna select. Let's get started to see all of that in action. Simply after the select keyword, type AVG, the AVG function or the average function, and number in between the round braces for that function to get the average value for this numeric column or this integer column, in this case called number, and the average value is equal to 8.0, as you can see, in a new column or in a new result set or in a new table. And you can see the header for that column is the AVG function for number, and you can put an alias for this operation to replace this name to put a temporary name instead of AVG number. Just use the select statement like that, followed by the AVG function to return the average value for the selected column, and this column must be a numeric column or integer column. And in between the round braces we placed that column, and after that don't forget to place the from keyword followed by the name of the table that contains or that includes this number column or that includes the selected column. That's it, simply. And you can see the execution finished without getting errors, and we got one row in a result set in 20 milliseconds. And you can see logs also, or the history for the statements on the right side, and if you want to use them you can do that by copying the statement and paste all of them or any statement you wish inside the editor to execute it. Let's change the selected column from number, for example, to anything else like code, and run this file again, and you will get the average value for the selected column. In this case, our selected column in this example is the code column, and you can see the output in a result set, and the header for that column is AVG, and inside the round braces you can see the name of the column code, and the output after that in a single row or a single record, as you can see, returned in 18 milliseconds without getting errors. And also you can see the output is 52939.6, and this output is the average value for all the numeric values inside the code column from the seller table or the selected table. That's it for this lesson. Try to use the average function by yourself like that, but try to put an alias for the header in the result set for the column in the result set. And if you need any help, please ask me and I'll answer you as soon as possible. Thank you so much for watching. See you again next lesson. Hi everyone. Welcome to this lesson about the sum function in SQL, and this function is used to return the total sum of a numeric column or to get the sum of a selected column inside the round braces of the sum function. Let's see this practically. Replace the average function with the sum function for the same column, and you can see the output is the total sum for this numeric column called code, and this sum is equal to 794,094. This is inside a new result set without getting any errors, and only a single row you can see in 17 milliseconds. This is our output, and don't forget to place the from keyword followed by the name of the selected table that contains this selected column, this selected and numeric column, as in this example for code. Or you can place any numeric column from the same table inside the round braces of the sum function also. Let's do that. Let's change this column. Just change code to number inside the round braces and run the program again, or run this file, and you can see we got the sum for this number column, in this case for all the values inside this column, and the output, the total sum for this column is equal to 120, as you can see, in a single row, returned in 19 milliseconds. That's it, simply. You can try this by yourself and select any column from any table, and the column must be a numeric column in order to get the sum for that column without any errors, without any problems. And you can also use the as keyword after that, after select some number. For example, you can type the as keyword followed by a new name, temporary name, sum of this column or anything else, to rename this column in the output in the result set, instead of using this name sum of number inside the round braces, sum, and the name of the column inside the round braces in the new table in the output. You can rename it by using the as keyword after the sum function, simply to give a new name or to give a new alias for that column, that new column in the output without any problems. Try to do this by yourself, and if you need any help, please ask me and I'll answer you as soon as possible. I hope that you enjoyed this lesson. Thank you so much for watching. See you again next lesson. Hi everyone, welcome to this lesson. In this lesson I will show you how to create a new database using the DB browser for SQLite, and also I will show you how to create a new table and insert columns for that table. Let's see this practically here. From the top left side, go to the new database to create new database and select the location. Type a new name for that database, for example customer, and after that hit save. Now we created a new database and this database is saved. We want to create tables for the database after this step. Automatically after saving the database, you can see this pop-up window here to create a new table. You can create a new table and insert fields for that table or columns by using the add button, and you will see the syntax for the SQLite at the bottom side. Let's create a new table. Let's call this table customer as a name for that table, and look at the bottom side. You can see the syntax for SQLite or for SQL programming. You can use the create table statement to create a new database using this syntax, create table followed by the name of the table, which is customer in this case. After that, we need to insert columns for this database, for this table we created called customer. We are gonna insert 4 columns or 4 fields inside this database here called customer. Let's see this also. From the add button, let's create the ID field or the ID column at the beginning, and the data type in this field, for this field or this column, is integer. Another one and is called name. In this case, the second column is called name. Text data type in this case, and the add button to add another one, and after that you can see we add another one called city and its data type is text, and the last one in this example by using the add button again and is called code and integer number data type. And you can see the syntax for all these columns here inside this window. We used the create table statement followed by the name of the table, and look at inside the round braces of the create table statement, in this case ID followed by the data type for this column, then comma, and names and its data type is text followed by city, and the data type for all the fields inside this column must be text data type, and code, the last one, the last column is called code, and the data type for that column is integer number data type also. And after that we need to hit OK to create that table with these columns without any problems. After creating the customer table inside the customer database, you can go to the database structure and you will see this table here, customer, with the 4 columns we created: ID, integer number data type, names, text data type, city, and also text data type for that field or this column, and the last one code, the last column inside the customer table called code, and the data type for that column is integer number data type. These are the 4 columns of the customer table. Also, if you want to see the data inside this table called customer, you can go to the tab called browse data. You can go to the browse data tab to see all the data from inside this table, and now this is an empty table, so you will not see anything for all the columns inside the customer table. Let's see that. Go to the browse data tab and you can see our customer table here with ID, names, city, and code columns from this table simply, and this is an empty table. You can insert data to this table using the insert into statements, and this is so easy. Also, you can import a table from a database or import a table from CSV file from the file menu. If you want to do that, you can import it to work with it inside this database also. Go to the file menu from the top left side and select import, and you can see database from SQL file or table from CSV file. If you want to select a table from a CSV file, you can import it from here. From this option, you can import it to this database, this current database we are working on. Also, it's possible to create many tables from the edit menu to work with all these tables inside this database we created here. Let's go to the edit menu to see that, to create a new table inside the current database in addition to the previous table called customer we created previously after creating the database itself. Go to the edit menu and select create table, and once you select this option, you can create a new table using the DB browser for SQLite. You can create a new table, completely new table, and you can insert data into this table using the insert into statement with the values keyword. Once you use the create table option, you can name the table new orders, for example, and name the columns of this table: ID, integer number, and also, for example, you can name the second column names if you wish, or name. In this case we called it names, and its data type is text, and in this case the last column inside this table called price and its data type is numeric. For example, we separated between them using comma between the columns inside the create table round braces after the table name using commas, as you can see. That's it. This is the syntax of creating a table in SQL. Hit OK after that, and you can go to the browse data tab to see this table, to see the columns of this table after creating it. And also after creating this new orders table, you can go to the execute SQL tab to execute the SQL programming commands, or you can use the insert into statement with the values keyword or function to insert values or to insert new records for each column for this table here we created here called new orders, and you can hit OK if you want to create this table. Thank you so much for watching. See you again next lesson. Hi everyone, welcome to this lesson about deleting a table you created. We are gonna use the drop table statement in SQL, and this statement is used to delete or drop an existing table from a database you created. We are gonna drop a table called new orders, but at the beginning let's see the syntax for the drop table practically. You can see in this case by using the customer table, we used the drop table statement at the beginning followed by the selected table. This is the syntax simply, but let's try to remove the new orders table instead of removing the customer table. Let's change customer to new orders to remove or drop this table completely. Let's do that. Just use drop table statement followed by the selected table, in this case the last table we created called new orders. By hitting the run button or by hitting F5 from the keyboard, you can remove this or drop this table completely in the database called customer. And don't forget to place semicolon at the end of the statement before running the file to separate this program or to separate this statement to make your code more readable, understandable, and also to separate this statement without any problems. And now after running this program, we use the run button to run this program. You can go to the browse data tab or the database structure, and you will see this table called new orders is removed simply without any problems, without getting any errors, and the execution finished without errors or problems, and the query executed successfully for this example in 0 milliseconds. And this is the result of using the drop table statement in SQL to remove a table. You can see inside the database structure, you can see from our tables, the new orders table is removed successfully without any problem. You can do the same thing for customer. You can remove this customer table also using the same previous way, using the drop table statement followed by the name of the table. And be careful before dropping a table or deleting a table. Deleting a selected table after the drop table statement will result in loss of all or complete information or data stored in the selected table, simply like the new orders table. If this table contains any information, the information will be deleted also with that table. The information will be dropped with that table after using the drop table statement followed by the name of the table. That's it. So simple and so easy. Try to use the drop table statement to remove or drop any table you created from the database. And if you need any help, please ask me and I'll answer you as soon as possible. Thank you so much for watching. See you again next lesson. Hi everyone, welcome to this lesson about using the alter table statement in SQL. You can use this statement to add, delete or modify columns for or in an existing table, and in this lesson I will show you how to use it simply for the customer table we created previously. You can use the alter table statement with the add statement to add a new column with its data type, and you can use the alter table statement with the drop column statement to drop a column or delete a column. Also, you can use the alter table statement with the modify statement to modify columns simply. Now let's use the alter table statement for the customer table with the add statement to add a new field or a new column to this existing table called customer. First of all, and at the beginning of the code, start with the alter table statement followed by the name of the existing table or the selected table. Customer in this case is our table name, and after that you can see the add statement to add new column to this table. At the end of this table you will see the new column will be added at the right side or at the end of that table called customer. The add statement followed by dates. Dates is the header for this new column. The name of this new column is dates, as you can see, and its data type after that is date. Date is a data type in SQL programming, and this data type is used to insert fields for date, for the date formula. After typing this statement, let's go ahead and run this program by hitting F5 to show the output, and we are gonna see the output in the browse data tab to see the new column that will be added to the customer table. Hit run and go to the browse data tab, and you will see dates is added as a new column for the customer table. And you can do this by yourself. You can insert many columns using the same way, using the alter table statement with the add statement. That's it, simply and easily. For example, you can insert a new column in addition to the dates column by using the add statement, and after that name it, for example, anything like players or anything, and put the data type text or any data type that matches this condition or that matches the data for that field. Thank you so much for watching. See you again next lesson. Hi everyone. In this lesson I will show you how to rename a table. It's possible to rename an existing table after creating and naming it. Simply you can use for this job or this operation the rename statement. The rename statement is used with the alter table statement to rename a table. Let's see this in action. First of all, use the alter table statement at the beginning, followed by the name of the selected table that we want to rename. In this case, we want to rename the customer table, and after that, on the next line, to make the code more readable, we set the rename to statement. The rename to statement followed by the new name, and the new name for the customer table is buyers. We want to rename it from customer to buyers using this statement. You can insert the rename to statement after the alter table with customer statement on the same line, but make it more readable and understandable, and type the rename to statement like that on the next line simply, and put semicolon at the end of that statement. And once you run the program, you will see the table we created. The name of the table called customer is changed from customer to buyers. So let's run this program or this statement by using the run button, or you can use the shortcut F5 from the keyboard to run the statement, and you can notice the output after that. In the database structure or the browse data tab, you will see the customer table is renamed. You can see here after running this program directly, and inside the browse data tab, the new table or the existing table is renamed from customer to buyers. This is the new name for the customer table. Now it's called buyers, so you can use this new name in all the operations after this operation we did. So you can insert records to this new table using the insert into statement with the values statement or function, to insert new records or to insert new data or rows to this table, many records with many values if you wish. And you can rename any table using the same way, using the alter table statement with the rename to statement followed by the new name for the existing table. I hope that you enjoyed this lesson. Thank you so much for watching. See you again next lesson. Hi everyone, welcome to this lesson about constraints in SQL programming. Why do we use constraints? We use constraints in general in SQL programming to specify rules for data or information in an existing table. Once you create a table, you can specify a constraint for each column, and let's discuss the types of constraints in SQL programming. The first type of constraints in SQL programming is called not null, and this is used to enforce a column to not accept null values at all, and by default a column can hold null values. That's by default, and you can add not null. And the second type of constraints is called unique, to add unique value, and is used to ensure that all values in a column are different or distinct. The next one is the primary key constraint, and the primary key constraint is used to identify each record in a table and must contain unique values and cannot contain null values at all. The next constraint is called foreign key, and also is used to prevent actions that would destroy links between tables you created or you selected, and refers to also the foreign key refers to the primary key in another table. You can create a foreign key in a table once you create a table using the create table statement, and this is referring to the primary key in another table simply. The next constraint is called check. The check constraint is used to limit the value range that can be placed in a selected column. And the last constraint is called default, to set or insert a default value for a selected column, and also the default value will be added to all the new records after that. That's it for this lesson. Thank you so much for watching. Hi everyone. You can set constraints in SQL for a table, and these constraints are used to specify rules for data in a table. You can set constraints for each column, for each field, while creating a table, and inside the round braces of the create table statement after the table name. Let's see this. You can do that easily with the DB browser for SQLite. We are gonna do that by modifying an existing table. From the database structure tab, select the buyers table we created previously, and select modify to modify this table to start modifying and adding constraints to this table without any problems. We want to set rules for data for this table, and the most commonly constraints in SQL are not null to ensure that a column cannot have a null value. The unique constraint is used to ensure that all the values in a column are different. The primary key constraint is a combination of a not null and unique constraints. The foreign key is used to prevent actions that would destroy links between tables in a database you selected. The check constraint is used to ensure that the values in a column satisfies a specific condition. The default constraint also is used to set a default value for a column if no value is specified. And the last constraint is called create index and is used to create and retrieve data or information from the database so easy and very quickly and fastly. That's it. And a simple example for constraints: not null, as you can see, is placed after the data type for the ID column, and also we inserted not null for names after the data type text for the names column, and for the codes column also we inserted the constraint called not null here by modifying this database. This is the syntax of adding constraints to a table in SQL programming easily. Also you can add unique. As you can see, for the ID column we added the unique constraint simply to ensure that all the values in this column are different. And for this column also called ID, we used the not null operator or the not null constraint to ensure that this column called ID cannot have a null value. Also you can add the primary key, a combination of a not null and unique at the same time, and this is uniquely identifies each row in the buyers table in this example. And finally you can hit OK, and now all the constraints are added successfully to this table called buyers we created previously and submitted for the selected column. That's it, so easy and so simple. Thank you so much for watching. See you again next lesson. Hi everyone, welcome to this lesson about joining records from two tables, or you can do that for more tables based on related column between them. Let's get started to see that. In this lesson we are gonna work with these two tables here, the orders table and the seller table. These are two tables we are gonna join. We are gonna work on these two tables here. The orders table has 4 columns and also the seller table has also 4 columns. As you can see, we will combine records from these two tables based on the related column. In this case, for each of them, between them, the related column between these two tables is called number. So now let's go to the execute SQL tab to type our program simply to combine rows or records from these two tables based on the number, the related number column between them. At the beginning you can see we selected the number column from the seller table, then the name column from the orders table, and after that the country column from the seller table in order, and the from keyword followed by the name of the main table here, which is seller. And by using the inner join statement, in this case we are gonna join columns or a single column from the orders table to the seller table. We are gonna combine rows or records from the two tables based on the number column. This is our related column here inside the seller table and also the orders table. So we put seller.number is equal to orders.number after inner join orders and the on keyword after that. Seller.number is equal to orders.number. This is our related column here between the two tables, seller and orders. Now if you hit run or hit F5 to show the output or to select the columns in the output, you will see the program will select the number column from the seller table, then the name column from the orders table, and after that the country column from the seller table. All the records from these three columns here, and the output will be in a new result set or in a new table, and in this order also: number column, then name, then country, the country column from the seller table. The inner join statement in SQL is used to select records that have matching values in both tables. So you will get this output on the screen. Let's run the program to show the output, and we are gonna discuss this output. Once you run this program or this statement, you will see this output in a new result set. And note that the inner join statement or keyword is used to select all the rows or all the records from both tables, in this case seller and orders, as long as there is a match between the columns from these tables. If there are records in, for example, the seller table that don't have matches in the orders table, these orders will not be shown on the screen in the result set. And in this case you can see the output in a new table and the execution finished without any errors, and the result is 14 rows here returned in 21 milliseconds simply. And the SQL statement called inner join statement selects all the seller table data or information with the orders table data or information simply, and the output in order, as you can see, based on the selection using the select statement: number, name and country, and the related column in the two tables is the column called number. That's it. Also, it's possible to select other columns from the two tables if you wish. Let's select the date column from the orders table at the beginning before seller.number, before the number column from the seller table at the beginning. You can see in this example here we placed orders.date, then comma, then seller.number, then orders.name, then seller.country to select date from the orders table, followed by the number column from the seller table, followed by the name column from the orders table, and then the country column from the seller table in order, and the output will be in a new result set. We are gonna join these columns, these four columns, in order in a new result set or in a new table on the screen. Let's run this program to show the output. You can see the output here. The date column is added at the beginning. That's it, simply, followed by the number column, followed by the name column, and the last one called country, and the execution finished without any errors. As you can see on the screen, the result is 14 rows returned in 16 milliseconds simply. That's it for this lesson. You can join or combine tables using the same way. Use the select statement to select all the columns we want to combine, then the from keyword, and put the main or the seller table, as you can see, followed by after that the inner join statement with the on statement. In order to join or combine the orders table, we want to combine data from the orders table to the seller table using the inner join with the on statement, followed by the related column between the two tables. The number column, in this case the number column, is placed inside the orders table and also is inside the seller table without any complication, and semicolon at the end of this statement to separate this statement and make the code readable and understandable. I hope that you enjoyed this lesson. Thank you so much for watching. See you again next lesson. Hi everyone, welcome to this lesson about using the SQL union operator, and this statement or this operator is used to combine or join the result set of two or more select statements. And let's see this in action. In this example, you can see our first select statement to select the name column from the seller table from this existing table inside our current database. And after that you can see the union operator on a single line after this the select statement to select name from seller. Then after union we used another select statement to select the name column from the orders table in this case, and the order by statement in order to sort the name column in ascending order by default. And you can see in this example we have two select statements, and every select statement within the union operator must have the same number of columns, and you can see the same number of columns for the seller table and for the orders table, only name here and name here. And also the columns must also have similar data types. We have data type for name is text, and also the name from the orders table, the name column from the orders table is text data type also, and the columns in every select statement from these two select statements must also be in the same order. And let's run this program to show the output, to show the names in a new result set or in a new table on the screen, and you will see the column name is called name in that case. Use the run button or hit F5 from the keyboard and you will see this output here. In this example, the SQL union statement is used to return the name column or the name data, only distinct values from both the seller table and also the order table. And if some names from the seller table or the orders table have the same name, each name will only be listed once, because the union statement or the union operator is used to select only distinct values. And if you want to allow duplicate values for the name column data from the seller and orders tables, you can use the union all instead of using the union operator. The union operator selects only distinct values by default, but if you want to allow duplicate values, you can use the union all operator, exactly as in this example here. After the first select statement for name from the seller table, we used the union all operator, as you can see, to allow duplicate for the name column or the data from the name column from the two tables, as you can see. And after the union all operator, the select statement again to select name from the orders table, and the order by statement to sort the name column by default in an ascending order. And after that you can hit run to show the output and you can see this new result set here, and the execution finished without any errors. In this case, we got 29 rows returned in 16 milliseconds, and the union all operator in this case, you can see, allows duplicates. Also, you can set a condition for each select statement here by using the where statement, like this example here. And in this case, the SQL statement called union all returns all the records in a new result set that match this condition, and also it allows duplicates on the screen simply as you can see. And the output for this operation is executed and finished without any errors, and we got 6 rows only returned in 34 milliseconds. You can see we got number 6, then 6, then 12, then 12, then 9, then 9 from the two tables, seller and orders. This combination is based on the condition country is equal to Germany for select number and name from the seller table, and also the where statement or the condition, the second condition set is equal to Berlin after the select statement to select number and name the same number of columns as you can see from the orders table in this case, and the order by statement after that to sort in an ascending order for the name column in the result set. And also you can use the union operator without using the union all operator with these conditions, the where statement for the seller table, and also another where statement to set another condition for the orders table. And the output, as you can see on the screen, this is another output. There is no duplicates for records on the screen in the new result set or the new table based on using the union operator with these conditions here, and the execution finished without any errors. In this case, we got 4 rows returned in 27 milliseconds. Thank you so much for watching. See you again next lesson. Hi everyone, welcome to this lesson. In this lesson I will show you how to use the as keyword to rename columns in a result set, and also how to rename the table itself using the as keyword. Also, you can rename single table, or you can rename also many tables using many as keywords. Let's see this in action. We have a simple example here. We selected 2 columns from the seller table from this existing table here, and we use the as keyword to rename the name column as new names. This is the new name or the new alias, or this is a temporary name for the name column in the result set. And also for the code column, we renamed it using the as keyword, and the new name is code no or code number, or you can rename the 2 columns in the result set with any valid names, but try to make the names you set readable, understandable for anyone who reads the code after typing it. The select statement at the beginning followed by the columns with the as keywords to rename these columns as in this example here, and separate between them using comma. And don't forget the from keyword after that, followed by the name of our table that contains these columns. Now we need to run this file to show the output. By hitting the run button or clicking F5 from the keyboard, you will see this output, and you can take a look at this result set here or this new table. The new name for the name table is new names, and the new name or the temporary name in this case for the code column now is changed from code to code no or code number if you wish. And the execution finished without any errors. As you can see, we got 15 rows also returned in 12 milliseconds. Also, you can insert the temporary name or the alias inside square brackets. Like this example here, we renamed the code column with a new name, and this new name is code number in this case inside square brackets after the as keyword, in this case the name of the column code followed by the as keyword followed by the name or the new alias or the temporary name in the results set after the as keyword and inside square brackets, as you can see. And you can see the output on the screen. The new table contains the header code number for the code column. That's it. This is the new name or the new header for the code column from the seller table, and the execution finished without any errors also, and we got the same 15 rows returned in 15 milliseconds. Also, you can use the as keyword or the as statement to rename tables, to rename the table itself. Like this example here, the select statement followed by s.number, then s.code, then o.date from seller as s. In this case, the new name is s for the seller table and the orders table, and the new name for the orders table in this case after the as keyword is called o. So we set s before number after the select statement to select the number column from the seller table, then s.code to select the code column from the seller table also, then o.date to select the date column from the orders table, and the where statement after that to set this condition. And this condition in this case is o.date orders.date is equal to this date, and orders also dot number is equal to s.number. That's it, simply. And now you need to run this file to show the output, as you can see in a new result set, and you will get this output without any problems. We have a single record in the output, as you can see, that matches this condition we set here by using the where statement. We set an alias for the seller table, we changed the name to s, and also we changed the name of the orders table to o, and the execution in this case finished without any errors. As you can see, no errors here. We got one row returned in 17 milliseconds. Try to use the as keyword to rename columns and tables, and if you need any help, please ask me and I'll answer you as soon as possible. I hope that you enjoyed this lesson. Thank you so much for watching. See you again next lesson. Hi everyone, welcome to this lesson, and in this lesson I'll show you how to use the case else statement to set conditions. And the case statement simply is used to set conditions and returns a value when the first condition is met. And if all the conditions for the case statement or in the case statement are false, the program will return the value in the else statement, will execute the else statement. Let's see this in action. At the beginning of this example, you can use the select statement to select columns from a table. We select in this case number and code, and you can see comma after code to insert the new values based on the case else statement in a new column in the result set, and I'll show you that. Let's start the case clause using the case statement. And you can see inside the case statement our conditions here. When number is greater than 7, then execute the number is greater than 7. The program will show this result in a new column after the code column in the new result set. When number is equal to 7, then the number is 7. And else, if all the previous conditions are false, the program will execute the else statement to show the number is under 7. Now we need to use the end as statement to give a name for that new column, to place the result inside this new column after the code column in the new result set, and the new name is called number text after the as keyword after the end statement. And don't forget to place from seller to select all of that from the seller table, and semicolon at the end of the statement to mark the end of the statement or to separate the statement to make the code readable and understandable. Run the file after that and you will see this output here. The new column is inserted in the result set or the new table, as you can see, and is called number text. This is a temporary name using the as keyword after the end statement. And you can see for 1 is not greater than 7, so the program will not execute this statement. We'll go to the next. Number also is not equal to 7, so in this case the program will execute the number is under 7, the else statement, because all the previous condition in this case is false. And the same thing for 2, for 3, for 4, for 5, for 6. And because 7 in this case is equal to 7, then the program will execute the number is 7 statement. And after 7, if the number is greater than 7, the program will execute the number is greater than 7, as you can see inside the number text column in the result set simply. You can set other conditions if you wish, and also you can set any messages instead of using these messages we set here. That's it, so simple and so easy, as you can see. I hope that you enjoyed this lesson. Thank you so much for watching. Hi everyone, in this lesson we will take a simple exercise to create a table, and after that selecting that table. First of all, you need to use the create table statement to create a table called users for users with 5 columns: user ID, first name, last name, email, and phone number. And after that, use the insert into statement to insert data in a single record for user ID, first name, last name, email, and phone number from the users table you created, and insert values to this record or into this record using the values statement with the insert into statement, the values function or statement, and in between the round braces for that function insert a value for user ID field, and also a value for the first name field, a value for the last name field, a value for email field, and the last one a value for the phone field. And after creating that table, use the select statement to select all the data from that table simply as we did beforehand in this course. Welcome to this lesson about the solution of the exercise we took in the previous lesson. You can see this is the syntax of creating a table, of creating the users table. As you can see, the create table statement followed by the name of the table users, and in between the round braces insert the name of any column you wish. We want to insert in this case 5 columns, so we insert user ID followed by the data type for that column or that field, integer, first name after that, then this first name text, and also we inserted the not null constraint for the first name to avoid null fields or no values for any field from this column called first name. Also we type last name, we inserted that column. The third column we have here in the users table, and the data type for all the data inside that column will be text data type, and also the constraint is not null. The email, the data type is text and not null also, then comma, and the last one phone, and the data type for that column is text, and the constraint also is not null. As you can see, You can insert any data type, you can insert numeric, you can insert integer if you wish. And after that, after this statement, you can see semicolon after closing the round braces. And our next step is inserting a single record in the users table after creating it. To do that, use the insert into statement followed by the name of the table like that, users, and in between the round braces the names for columns, all the columns from inside the users table, user ID, first name, last name, email, phone, in order as you can see, and the values function or the values statement to insert a value for user ID on the first record, then Thomas the value for first name, then Ben the value of last name, and this email for example as a value for email, and also the phone number as you can see as a value for the phone column in the first record or this single record. Simply if you hit run or hit F5, you will see the users table is created, and after that you will see it has this single record we inserted here with these values. After pressing the run button or hitting F5 to run this file, you will see the color of users is changed as you can see, because now we have this users table inside the current database, and you can create any table using the same way here in the execute SQL editor or in the execute SQL tab. Simply now we want to select the data we inserted from this table by using the select statement. Use the select statement exactly as you can see, followed by the asterisk symbol to select all the data from the users table, followed by as you can see the from keyword, followed by the name of the table we selected which is users, and semicolon at the end of this statement to mark the end of this statement simply. And after that you need to run this file to show the output or to show the data from the users table. Hit the run button and you can see this is our output here. You can see it has a single record we inserted the value of user ID 123, the value of first name Thomas, and so on. Simply try this also by yourself and try to insert many tables using the create table statement, and also use the insert into statement to insert values to these tables. Thank you so much for watching.